Okay, it is currently 4:30 in the morning. I have been staying in Savannah and I'm kind of living in Savannah this summer, but it's 4th of July weekend and I knew that it was going to be absolutely crazy and that I was not going to try to find parking. I was not going to try and find things to do. Like, it was just going to be too crazy. So I booked an Airbnb in Greenville, South Carolina and drove the 5.5 hours here because I want to go to the Pretty Place Chapel, and it's always been on my bucket list, like ever since I saw it on Pinterest and then found out where it was. But I figured since I have a 4-day weekend that this would be a good opportunity for me to go check it out. However, because of how the chapel sits, everyone online says that the sunrise is the best view or whatever, not sunset. So I am awake, kind of. I woke up at 3:45 to put on makeup and get myself decently ready so that I can drive the hour and a half there and hopefully be there to see the sunrise. Okay. Then after that, I plan on doing a hike because there's like a hiking trail on my drive back to the Airbnb, and then I'll probably take a good nap after that. I might just, go to bed at 5 p.m. tonight, who knows. But I have an hour and a half drive to the Pretty Place Chapel, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the car going, and I'll see you there. Alright, it is currently 6:12, and we are at like a complete standstill. I'm still half a mile from the actual chapel itself, but I also like just drove under the like big sign for it. But like I said, we are at a complete standstill, which means there is parking problems. There's definitely a lot more people here than I was expecting. But it's fine. We'll get there eventually. I did say it was 6:12, so the sun isn't supposed to come up for another 10 minutes, but the sky's already changed colors, so hopefully we'll make it. Okay, so I didn't get very far, and they just had us park on the side of the road, and now I have to walk the half mile. So yeah. The weather is nice, but this is what the sky already looks like. And we're just walking. And we made it. Alright, it's currently 8:02 and it's cleared out a lot since this morning. They have like an hour before we close. I did just get some pictures in front of the cross, but I think I'm going to set my phone up and try to get pictures of the back of my shirt because I didn't get any good pictures of that. So I'm going to try to do that. I still think I should do like a Bible study or something, but I don't know. We'll see. Man, the walk was a little easier this morning and I was excited. And going downhill, it's not as nice when I'm going uphill. But it's like 8:30 and I'm headed back to my car. There's a state park down the road, and I think I'm gonna go to the state park and do that little hike. We'll see. There she is, all the way down there. Okay, I made it back to my car. Like I said, it's about 8:30. There's a state park around the corner, and then there's another hike that I had saved on my phone, and they're all like on the same road. So I think I'm gonna try the state park first because it'll be safer. But I did bring, since it is technically the 4th of July, I did bring a little USA t-shirt that I was gonna change into. I also have some like red, white, and blue per video bracelets, but Anyways, I was gonna change into more exercise hiking gear. I need to change in my car. But anyways, I gotta catch my breath. I need to eat my pretzels and peanut butter and then get ready for a hike. Okay, I still forgot to do an outfit check, but I'll put a picture up right here of what I wore just so you can see it. I got this shirt from a place in Steinhatchee. My pants that are my favorite pants in the whole wide world I got on Shein. And then I'm wearing new shoes that are Nike. Sorry they're upside down, but they match perfectly. So that's what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the same bracelets as always, same rings, same necklace from Marshall's, same earrings. So, and I just did a little claw clip. All right, it's currently 8:50 and I made it to the state park. It's actually not that busy, which is really nice. But I need to change and then eat. Okay, I got changed into my little USA shirt. And I have some Gymshark shorts on. I've got my little peanut butter cup, my pretzels. So I'm gonna snack really quick and then follow the trail, I guess. Okay, so while I'm kind of away from people, I'll do a little fit check. I've got this shirt from Five Below that I cut, a Gymshark, like blue colored sports bra, and then I'm carrying my keys and pepper spray around. I'm wearing these shorts. That's one way to do it. I'm also wearing my New Balance tennis shoes. So anyways, this is fun. Okay, so I kind of feel like an idiot because I don't have any cash on me, and you're technically supposed to pay with cash to park here and do the trails, which the videos that I just took was really just like the lookout, and then I stepped over some rocks. It wasn't really like a trail, you know? So then I found the actual trail, which was on the other side of the parking lot, but it literally said admission required. You have to put the cash in your car and then turn it in when you're done or whatever. But I don't have any cash on me. So didn't want to do that and not pay for it. So anyways, now I'm going to the other trail that I had saved that's not a state park. I think it's one of those that you like park on the side of the road and just start walking. I don't know. But it's called Wildcat Wayside Trail. So I'm gonna go there. Okay, so I did in fact just park on the side of the road. But I am a good like distance from the road, so I'm not worried about people like hitting my car or anything. I'm gonna put my little sunshade thing up and lock my car. There's plenty of other cars here, so I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people, which is fine, because that means it's kind of safer, if that makes sense. But anyways, let's go try Wildcat Wayside Trail. Okay, so I immediately pulled up on the waterfall. is actually so perfect for today. It's also mostly shaded, which helps, but even when I'm not in the middle of wherever I am, there is a nice breeze. I can still feel a little bit of a breeze back here. The sun is out, there's no clouds, but the air itself is actually pretty cool, and it's not like 110 degrees like it has been in Florida, so that's really nice. It's currently 11 o'clock. I'm obviously back in my car. I'm really thirsty because I didn't take my water bottle on me because it was like kind of annoying to carry. That was a pretty good hike. It wasn't too much. Like, there were some families with little kids that were doing the hike, but it also wasn't like nothing, you know? There were several waterfalls throughout the hike, which was also nice. Keep you interested. I think the best waterfall was the very first one, like literally as you start the trail. So yeah, that's just my opinion on that trail hike, whatever you want to call it. It is 11 o'clock. I have no more plans for today, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. It's going to be about an hour to get back to my Airbnb, and then I don't know what I'm going to do from there. I really have no plans. I know that Greenville has some like fun things to do, and I looked up on TikTok maybe some fun things to do and whatever, and there was nothing that was just like, oh my gosh, yes, I really want to do that. And nothing really that was free. They had a trail that you could also like walk around town and see some waterfalls, but I honestly prefer to see the waterfalls out in nature than to walk around a city and then see like the waterfall over a bridge, like, you know. I'm not that interested. I also don't want to deal with too much traffic today because it is the 4th of July. I know that it's just going to be busy in town, and I know that especially as it gets close to dark and fireworks and things like that, it's going to get super crazy busy. But like I said, it's also 11 p.m. I could get back to my Airbnb at 12:30, and I have no plans for the rest of the day. So I probably should do a Bible study. The whole point of this weekend, to be honest, is to have some one-on-one time with Jesus, and I'm really trying to stay off of social media, other than the fact that I'm literally vlogging this whole weekend. But I did post a picture of the Pretty Place Chapel on my Instagram story this morning because it was super pretty. Maybe once I get back to the Airbnb, I can shower and just do a Bible study for a long time. I don't know. I definitely am going to want to shower, and then instead of trying to find fireworks tonight and driving through craziness, there's a TV in the Airbnb, and I'm probably just going to put on like Happily Ever After from Disney on the TV and watch that little 20-minute video and then go to bed. Sorry, there's a hair on my shoe. So anyways, there's no plan as of right now other than to go back to the Airbnb. There's nothing much left on this road and on this side of town. Basically, it's just go to Greenville to get to the Airbnb, and that's about it. And like I said, I don't really want to go to, like, in Greenville. So yeah, I guess I'll see y'all back at the Airbnb. Okay, I am back in my Airbnb, and I already threw on my pajamas and, like, kind of unpacked my stuff. I did want to talk a little bit about this morning. There were so many people at the Pretty Place Chapel. Ignore my crazy hair. There were so many people there, And I told y'all that they had us like pulling over on the side of the road and parking instead of going to the parking lot, because obviously the parking lot was so full. And I was only a half mile back, but when I left, there were cars that were like a good 1.5 to 2 miles back, like parked on the side of the road. And it was insane. Thankfully, I stayed until 8:30, and a lot of people left right after sunrise, so there wasn't anything like, I didn't have to like wiggle my way out. I could just use her and leave. But there were so many people there, a lot more people than I was expecting, that's for sure. There was even a guy there that was going around talking to other people, and he was a local, and he said that he has never seen it that busy, and he even thought like, oh, it's the 4th of July, no one's gonna be there, so I'll go up there and just watch the sunrise. And he was not expecting that many people. So with all that to say, there was a lot of people this morning. But shortly after the sky wasn't like sunrise picturesque anymore, people started leaving. And so I found a seat, like a bench, and I was just kind of hanging out with my bag and just sitting there, people watching, doing whatever. And the entire time that I was there was, 2.5 hours, and there were 3 proposals, 3 engagements. Go them. But while I was sitting there was this lady that was like, oh, is he here? Like, is he here yet? And whatever. And she's like, but you need to get behind that pole, you need to hide. So I knew it was a proposal, and that the other lady who needed to hide was the mom. And she was like, yeah, this is my only child, and he's a son, and whatever. So, but mind you, there's 0 signal, no cell service. Like, my phone didn't even say SOS, it was just blank. So she couldn't text her son and be like, hey, where you at? Hey, are you almost here? Hey, are y'all walking up? Like, nothing. So we all, like, me, the mom, and this other lady that also just, like, got invested because she was sitting there, we're all sitting here, like, staring at the opening, waiting for this guy and his girlfriend to come in, because he was planning on proposing. So, anyways, that clip that I got of him getting down on one knee, that's who I'm talking about. But I don't know them personally, but I got invested because I was sitting with other people who got invested, and then everybody was invested. And we were just, like, waiting for him to walk up and propose and whatnot. So that was fun. I guess that's kind of it to recap this morning. It was definitely worth it, like 100% worth it. All of it, like the hike, the waking up early for the sunrise, like it was all 100% worth it. But now it's like 12:15 and I'm back at the Airbnb. Like I said, I don't have any other plans. I'm already in my PJs, so that means I'm gonna take a nap. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm going to try to close the blinds, take a nap, and then whenever I wake up, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Alright, it's currently 5 o'clock. I've been snacking on my pretzels, and I woke up from my nap about an hour ago. I tried to turn on the TV to find Disney fireworks on YouTube, which I did find. But the Wi-Fi here is kind of really bad, so I don't know if it'll load, like, and play all the way through. It's only like 13 minutes. So I'll probably watch that and then watch Happily Ever After right after or something, like, I don't know. But it's 5 o'clock and I still don't really have anything to do. So I probably should take my makeup off because I'm not going anywhere. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to do. I did try watching How to Train Your Dragon 2 instead of reading, I know. But like I said, the Wi-Fi here is really bad, so it just started like the loading thing, and then it gave me an error message that it wasn't gonna finish playing, so that stinks. But yeah, right now I'm just chilling for the rest of the day. So okay, it's Saturday and my hair's a mess, but I left my Airbnb around 8:30 this morning, and I drove to the Congaree, I think is how it's pronounced, National Park, and I met up with one of my friends from tech school there, and we did some of the trails and walked around a lot. These trails were not as, like, I don't want to say entertaining. These trails were a lot longer than yesterday's, but there were no waterfalls or anything, to be honest. There was like a lake or a bigger part of the river, but it was so nasty looking. Like, the water was not clear and it literally looked like mud. The lighting just got really bad. But anyways, there was nothing like pretty to see on the hike. It was really just like walking out in nature. And then we went to Chick-fil-A for lunch. Then after we left Chick-fil-A, I drove and came back here. It is now, my watch isn't wanting to work, of course. It's now 5:50, almost 6 o'clock. And I need to eat dinner and unpack all of my bags that are now sitting on my bed. I do have plenty of laundry to do. I don't think I'm gonna do it tonight. I really think that tonight I'm going to unpack, shower, and crawl back in bed. But tomorrow I plan on going to church, and then I will come back here and do laundry and refresh for the week. I also need to buy some groceries, and then if I have time, I'm gonna go to a park that's about 30 minutes from here that's got a good running trail that's like paved so I can actually run on it. And maybe try to get a run in if I feel like it. And I probably won't feel like it, but I'm gonna pretend that it's still on the schedule. So yeah, that's what I did today. Okay, I literally keep forgetting to vlog, but it is Sunday. I'm literally about to walk into church and I'm late, so that's why I'm trying to rush things. I did stop at a Starbucks, which is part of the reason why I'm late. I got the Summer Skies coconut milk drink or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna go run into church. Okay guys, I didn't record anything while I was in church because obviously I was focused and trying to, you know, spend time with the Lord while I was there. And I did end up bawling my eyes out at the end, so thank God for waterproof mascara. I am wearing Lash Next Door by Brooklyn & Bailey. Anyways, it's currently 1 o'clock and I need to eat lunch. Oh, I did forget to say, when I went to Starbucks this morning, I got egg bites, and then I also got my drink that I finished. And I think I showed you guys my drink, but I did eat my egg bites. So anyways, I did eat breakfast, but I need to go eat lunch, and then I also need to start my laundry. And from 2 to 3 p.m., I need to pick up my groceries from Walmart because I ordered them online to be picked up so I don't have to walk in and go shopping and whatever. So it's currently 1 o'clock. I'm going to head back up to my room and start my laundry, eat, and chill out for probably a second before I get back in the car and head to Walmart to get my groceries. Alright, I got a notification that my Walmart order is ready for pickup. So I'm gonna go back upstairs and check the laundry to see if my clothes are ready to move to the dryer, and then, which I don't expect them to be because it hasn't been an hour yet, but then I can go to Walmart and pick up my groceries and then come back and finish my laundry. Okay, my air conditioner is being a little loud right now. My laundry was not ready, so I'm gonna get my stuff and head to Walmart. But before I do that, I was gonna give you guys a little fit check of what I wore to church this morning. So to start off with, I'm wearing the same butterfly earrings that I've been wearing, and I'm pretty sure they're just from TJ Maxx or something. I have these butterfly clips as well that are sparkly that I got for Easter, so I'm not exactly sure where they're from. I have my charm necklace that I got at Marshall's. I have my little romper overall thing that I got from Amazon, I'm pretty sure. I also got the plain white bodysuit from Amazon. And then I'm currently wearing my potato shoes, but I did wear my green Nikes to church this morning, so just imagine, like, yeah, you know? Anyways, I just slipped on my potato shoes to run to Walmart, and then hopefully when I get back, my laundry will be ready. Okay guys, I made it to Walmart, and I think this guy is already coming with my order. Yeah, looks like it. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you. You too. Okay. Anyways, now I have my Walmart order. I still haven't eaten lunch. I have food in my room that I really need to eat. But I'm kind of over here by all the fast food stuff anyways. There's like, let me just show you. There's like piles of blankets and stuff that are just sitting here that they need to take care of because I can't even like reach the knobs on the dryer to use the dryer. Or whatever. And the door. Everybody's trying to beat me up today. Alright. Laundry's done. Not really. I'll just go put it in the dryer. Alright, I am going to check on my laundry that's in the dryer and hopefully it's done. While I was sitting there chilling, I'm kind of in like a going out mood and not like a sit in my room the rest of the afternoon mood. It is like 4 o'clock, so there's still plenty of time left in the day. So I decided to go watch a movie. Now it's gonna echo in this hallway. Anyways, I decided to go to the movie theater that's nearby. Alright, it's currently 4:30, so it's time for me to go to the movies. I got almost all of my clothes folded. I'll finish the rest whenever I get back. But I'm now headed to the movies, so I'll see y'all there. Alright, it is now about 7:15, 7:30ish, and I'm still drinking all my drink, and I have my candy in my bag because I got like a combo meal with a medium popcorn, a large drink, and a candy, and it was literally $24 for the combo meal, which is kind of insane. I did eat every piece of popcorn. I ate every piece of popcorn that I had. I'm taking my drink home. I'm about halfway through with it, and I'm definitely gonna finish it. And then I got Twizzlers as my candy. And I ate about half of them, so I'm gonna take the other half home. But now I'm just going back to my room. Sun's literally in my eyes. Okay, my shirt's a little wrinkled, but I'm wearing this like orange bathing suit that I got as a hand-me-down, and then I'm wearing this like cropped button-up shirt that I also got as a hand-me-down, and it's really wrinkled because of how it was sitting in my drawer, but it won't be wrinkled by the end of the day. And then I'm wearing these longer shorts that I thrifted. We're gonna ignore the mess on my counter. Oh my gosh, y'all, that was literally so crazy. I put in the address for the Disney Beach House, and I was driving there, and I was on this road that I guess was leading back to it, and there were signs all over the road that was like, you need a pass, you need a pass, you need to get a pass, like you have to have a parking pass and whatever. So I U-turned and put in, when I got to a red light, I put in the address for the Disney Resort, and I got to the resort, which was basically across the road. I got to the resort,
and Google said you did not need to have a parking pass or anything to be there. Well, no, you didn't have a parking pass, but you did have to have a key card to even get into the parking lot because it had a gate. And so I U-turned at the gate and then got to another stop sign, and all of the resorts that were next to the Disney resort also required a parking pass. So it's not like I could just park there and walk. So we're not going to any of the Disney stuff today, which is fine. But then I was like, well, I just need to find public parking. So I put in public parking on my maps, and I picked the one that was nearby, and I start driving, and I go down another one of those roads, and there was a gate, and before the gate it was like, you need a pass, and I was like, what the heck? So I pull up to the gate, and you had to stop, and the lady was like, hey, like, where are you going? And I was like, I'm just trying to find public parking. And she's like, for what? I was like, just for a beach. Like, I don't care what beach, just public parking. She's like, okay, well, you're not going to find it here, which is crazy because the maps literally said public parking, but obviously Apple's wrong sometimes. She's like, you need to go down to the next light, turn left, and blah, blah. She's giving me directions, but my brain, like, wasn't even taking in any of it. So I went back on my maps, and I found a spot that had 3 separate public parking locations, like, all next to each other, and I was like, okay, that one must actually be public parking. So I put it in, and I finally found a dang parking spot, and I parked kind of in the shade, but I'm still going to put my little sun visor up when I leave. But anyways, it's now like not 11, it's 10:45, and I did finish my Gator on the way here, so I do have to pee before I go down to the beach. But yeah, that was just kind of craziness. Alright guys, my hair is crazy from taking my hat on and off. Oh my gosh. But it is currently 2 o'clock, and I am back in my car, and I'm going to head back to Savannah, which is about an hour. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this vlog. Thank you guys for watching and spending the weekend with me. I have some ideas, things coming up for future videos, so this is a mess, but anyways, I'll see y'all later.